back, everyone, to another edition of the Sunday Chirps podcast, episode 94. We're almost at 100, and we are joined today by Jessica from Overtime Chicks, rocking the new merch that will be dropping next week. So that's exciting. But without further ado, how have you guys been?
Pretty good. What about you guys?
Living life, you know?
Playoffs start tomorrow for the NHL, so definitely got some insane matchups. Just around the horn real quick. I feel like spring's kind of here. It feels like it's here. It's warming up a bit. How is it up in Boston? Is it warming up a bit?
Yeah, finally. We've had rain, I think, for like a week straight. It was awful, but finally saw the sun today, so that's good.
Yeah, seriously. I feel like here too. Finally, like yesterday, it stopped raining, I think. I don't know. And across the street from me, I'm coming home today from work. The kids are just fucking ripping biscuits in the front. I'm loving it. Like maybe like elementary school kids got like a couple mini nets and they got their sticks. Kids got like a baseball glove and net. Just what you love to see. Just a little neighborhood street hockey. So
yeah.
Did you try to join in on the game?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think they're still ripping it right now, but like I was thinking like I'll be going to coach. I'm like, yo, like might be scouting my new team off the street.
Could find some guys out there. Give them a ride to the bank, you know?
Yeah, for sure. No, I would go honestly, I would go rip some street hockey with them. If we weren't gonna rip a pod, I'd be like, yo, what's up? I don't know. Like me and the dad are playing. Like, why not? I don't know, adults versus kids. That'd be fun.
That would be so funny.
I just walk out like three buddies. We're like, yo, let's do it. Like three 23-year-olds versus like three 9-year-olds. Might be a tough look.
I think everyone knows how that ends.
Yeah.
They'd be like a commercial for like Bud Light, like don't have too many before like going out with the kids. Just like you see like we're just like dropping the gloves of the little kids. But other than that, I don't know, how's is it warming up in Jersey too? Like is it getting busy on the golf course?
Well, today was our first decent day, so we had 170 golfers. Pretty busy day.
Holy shit.
170?
Tomorrow's gonna be 80 degrees, so
80?
Wait, what? 80?
I think it'd be 80 by me.
Jealous, that's so warm.
It says a high of 64 in Long Beach tomorrow.
Yeah, really.
The fucking whack.
What the heck?
It's backwards, but
Yeah, I got you. 83.56. Fucking
Oh,
A.
jeez.
Yo, you literally are not even more south than me. You're just an out on the beach.
Directly west.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if inland Long Island, jeez. Or maybe like New York City will get hot. Yeah, tomorrow New York City, 80-degree high.
What the heck?
Damn. Is Boston gonna be 80 degrees?
No, it's like 65.
That's at Long Beach too. Long Beach is just on the water, so we get cooler summers and warmer winters, which is nice, but
yeah, that's nice.
What it is. If you guys want anything else, we can kind of jump to the matchups. If we're gonna go Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
We could start from, I guess, Atlantic 1, which would be Toronto versus Ottawa. What do we think here, boys? Ladies, too. I didn't even think about that.
Lady and gentlemen.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm excited for this one. Battle of Ontario, but I don't know who. I feel like Toronto's gonna win it, but I kind of want Ottawa, to be honest.
Yo, I think that's what everyone thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that Ottawa comes away with it?
I think they do.
Yeah.
I don't know if Toronto has an answer just for Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah,
but I think he's going to bully Toronto into the ground.
And also, like, Austin Matthews, too. He's kind of had a slow year, I feel like.
What, are you 40 this year or something?
Yeah, but slower compared to how he's been in the past.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Like, whatever we saw in Four Nations, like he didn't show up at all, in my opinion. So I don't know.
I actually thought he was pretty good defensively though, which is not what you need him for. But he looked pretty strong on like the back end and not Frozen Four and
Frozen.
The
what was
Frozen.
it?
I didn't know Matthews went back to school.
I know.
He didn't even go to school.
College. Oh no.
I think he went to played in like Sweden or
Yeah,
something.
he played in the Swiss league.
Swiss league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Ottawa win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, between Kachuk and Pinto, like, I'd love that. And Stützle's unreal.
I just think Ottawa's gonna just take this underdog role and just bully Toronto into the ground. Like Mitch Marner always disappears in the playoffs.
I'd love to see that.
I think there's a big goaltending advantage for Ottawa as well. I mean, Ullmark is way better than what we got. Joseph and who even is the Toronto starter?
I have no idea. I feel like they have a lot of goalies.
Yeah, no good ones though.
Yeah, they haven't been very good.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. Daily Faceoff, what they have for Toronto. Where the fuck's the Maple Leaf? There it is. I mean, their roster's really solid. They're having an unreal year.
Stolars and Wall.
Stolars and Wall. Yeah, I mean,
just not a name you want going into the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone's like, oh, like there's so many like alignments between 1967 and this year, where like, oh, like they're definitely gonna make it, but I don't know. I mean,
I feel like just with Toronto, like they're so top heavy with their forwards.
Yeah.
Like, their defense is iffy. Like you have Morgan Riley, he's a beast,
and Tanev.
But like that's the jump I'm saying. Like you go from Morgan Riley to like a Chris Tanev, or now they have Brendan Carlo.
Yeah.
Like it's just a much bigger drop off when you look or when you compare that to like their forwards. You know, you have Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, Marner.
Yeah, their top six is sick.
And like maybe I'm just being biased, but I mean, as a Boston fan, I've seen them choke in the first round so many times.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I don't know. I just don't see them making it past the first round.
Like I just feel like for Toronto, if Toronto's going to win, it's going to be a shootout every game.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have the back end to, shut someone down.
Yeah,
especially how Ottawa's been playing lately.
I don't even I was so oh, Toronto's definitely winning, but now we're talking if Ullmark decides to go 0 dark 30 and just play unreal, and then we forget Kachuk's gonna rough him up, bro. Nick Cousins is on that roster too. He might be a motherfucker to play against. He might just be a little pest on Matthews and Tavares. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. Ottawa's got a sneaky good team too.
Down the middle too. I would take Ottawa's 4 centers over Toronto's, because Toronto's 2 that are better. But Stützle, Cousins, Pinto, Gaudette, it's a pretty
Well, they also picked up. They have Cousins. You said Cousins. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, even they're they've got 4 lines that could rumble. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like you said, now that we're talking about it, I feel like Ottawa's gonna win this.
I don't know.
I just like the matchup here.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are.
What it really boils down to is it's not how many goals you can score; it's how many goals you can not give up in the playoffs. You don't really see any teams scoring 5-6 goals a game every single game of the playoffs. You got to be able to grind out that 2-1, 3-2 type of game, and I just see either any of Toronto's goalies being able to just shut the door.
Yeah.
Nah, you might be right, especially if Ullmark gets hot. He's been pretty fucking lights out this year, and goaltending is a game changer in playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Now I'm all fucking Toronto's look good offensively, but when Matthews, Nylander, and not Styles, and Marner are putting up fucking 6 points a game, but I don't know. If Stolars or Wolf goes cold, it's over so quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think either way, though, that round 2, one of those Florida teams is going to beat the brakes off either one of these teams.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but yeah, I would love Ottawa. I'm still thinking Toronto goes the second round, and if they don't, what is Biz gonna do if they don't?
Oh.
He's got to be like getting pulverized online.
I love it though. I like it, so I'm fine with it. But I can't root for Toronto. That's the thing. I just
No way.
Toronto just has the same problem they've had for the same. How long has it been now? 5 years since
Yeah.
they signed Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares. They're eating $40 million of cap space.
Yeah, well,
You
Tavares
can't
falls
build it.
off the books.
Yeah, but I'm saying up until now, or
But Tavares, I think he's putting up like $10 million stats still.
yeah, but it doesn't matter how many stats he's putting up. You get results where you have no defense, or you don't have a bottom six, or you have no goalie.
Yeah.
Like there's no team that ever has won with like more than I think like two double-digit $1 million players.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know. And all Florida's coming back. I mean, we'll talk about it in a minute, but Florida's coming back. They're all healthy. Tampa looks unreal.
Enough. No one's probably healthy anywhere.
Yeah. Well, they're all coming off injury, so at least they had some rest, maybe? I don't know.
That's true.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Now I'm all fucking pretzel because I was like, Toronto's going to fucking beat them. Not like, I don't think they're going to sweep them, but they don't have, I don't know. How are the stats? I'll look that up. What are you going to say, Jessica?
I feel like it's just gonna be like a fun watch no matter what, to be honest. Like I'm really excited to watch this. But I mean, I'm just gonna go with Ottawa.
I like that.
I'm sticking with Ottawa since I started with Ottawa. I'm sticking with them.
Who's the starter? Are they going to alternate?
For who?
For Toronto. I think it's Wall, right?
Well,
Wait, but Stoller's stats are way better.
Wait,
it doesn't matter who's better, who played more games.
I mean,
that's an easy way to figure it out.
It's not much different. They played like Stoller's played 7 less games. It's 42 and 34. So
They did ride players down the last stretch.
Stoller's had a better goals against average and a better save percentage. They might just alternate him. I don't know.
Why not? They could. A lot of teams have been doing that. Like you look at like a Carolina.
Carolina should do that.
They're going, well, I don't like either. We'll get there, but
yeah. So I guess you guys are going to Ottawa. I'm still riding Toronto, so
I can't wait for Ottawa to win.
I want Ottawa to win. I would root for Pinto for sure. I would love to see Ottawa win the whole thing.
Oh, that's yet. I don't want Ottawa to win the whole thing.
I think that would be awesome. See Gaudreau carry that home to Ottawa. See Pinto bring it back to Long Island. That's what I'd love.
No, because then Canada gets a cup, and then we'll never hear the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
because they won one cup in 28 years.
They won 4 nations, so then they're just gonna.
Yeah.
It's just gonna.
Canada teams can't win.
Yeah.
No. Also, they're not gonna win. Like I would love Ottawa to win. They're not going to.
Yeah.
It'd really be bad if Toronto won the cup this year.
Oh no,
that's not happening though.
No. It doesn't matter anyway. Either of these teams are done. The Battle of Ontario is gonna get smoked by the Battle of Florida.
True.
That could be the Stanley Cup game for all intensive.
We're not there yet.
No, we could jump there now. I mean, I think I'm done with the Toronto talk. Unless you guys have anything else.
No.
I'm good. First series we did.
Yeah, I mean, now we got Battle of Florida. That's going to be a fucking circus.
That's going to be so much fun. Who do you have winning?
I think Panthers, but Tampa could easily, that could be the Eastern Conference Final for, I think those are the 2 best teams in the East. I don't know. Do you think there's a better team than one of those 2 in the East?
No, I feel like it's going to be one of them that I hate, and like Panthers got like Seth Jones, Marchand, Kachuk.
How does that feel?
Awful. I hate it.
What if Marchand comes to the Conn Smythe and comes back to Boston?
Oh. I mean, honestly, I would be okay if he came back to Boston, but I feel like, I don't know, I just hate seeing him. I've tried watching the games and it's painful. But
does it feel wrong? Like I couldn't even imagine. Like it'd be like Henrik Lundqvist and like Actually, he was in a Capitals jersey.
He tried. He really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful, but I mean, if they do win it all, I feel like a part of me would be happy for him, but at the same time, I'd be like, okay, like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's got to be crazy. I'm trying to think who. Like, I feel like this is really a coin flip. Both teams are so hot. Like, it just who's healthier. And you've got the only one who's truly healthy is what's his name? Ekblad. He hasn't played in 20 games for
He's
what?
Oh yeah,
Steroid use?
yeah,
steroids.
I
He
forgot.
comes back game 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like the Panthers are gonna win it.
Yeah, I mean, like that lighting team, as good as they are, I mean, they have a sick lineup. I'm like looking through it.
Yeah, I low key think I would prefer the Panthers,
Oh,
but I think Tampa's gonna take that one.
I think whoever wins this series is going to the cup.
I just don't think. See, the difference maker would be Matt Kachuk in that series, but I don't know how healthy he is. Like, I think they said he's playing, but like, how effective can he be if he's not full?
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I think if that guy is fully healthy, like, I mean, he's a problem.
I
yeah.
mean they're missing 5 of their like best players right now.
That's
Barkov,
tough.
Lundell,
Like, how
Ekblad.
are these guys that they're just gonna come back? And obviously they're going to, but I mean, how effective are they gonna be? Tampa's pretty healthy.
That's a
I
good
agree.
point.
Um,
You guys are making me like question my decisions now.
I think this is
I really don't. I think this might be like. I think there's 2 series, like in the end, like one from each conference that you can pick either team, and like it's pretty justified.
I would pick either of these to win the cup over any other team. I think one of these Florida teams. I think these are the 2 best in the league.
Yeah. And,
I mean,
I mean, like I think that the 2 best series wise, to like just from a fan standpoint to watch, is gonna be this Florida series and then the Dallas Colorado series.
100%.
I'm excited. Yeah.
I know we're gonna get to Western Conference at some point, but
hmm
I think those are really the only 2 series you can look at and be like, you know what, either team can win, and it's just a right answer.
Yeah.
You can go.
No, I was just gonna say Dallas has got a couple injuries. Robo's hurt.
Yeah, that
Um,
hurts, but I feel like that's he's an impact player, but that team's so good.
by the way, I asked ChatGPT before this. I said, "Who's winning the cup?" And they said Florida Panthers.
Wait, what? They did?
Yeah, they're like, oh, like based on like the stats, they don't. Oh, like I think it was based on like the not money line, but like the Vegas odds. They started listing out all the odds, and they're the favorite. I was like, in your opinion, who do you think's gonna win the cup? I could ask them again. Like they gave out like reasons.
Oh,
I'll
jeez.
share my screen. Honestly, it was pretty funny.
See, but that they're just going based off of like the betting odds.
The betting odds, but maybe a little bit of
If
like
I had mine
More
right now, I
biased?
bet you I get a different answer. Or the same, I mean the same exact answer.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try it too.
try it. Now I'm curious. Why don't you share a screen and do it if you're on a computer?
Well, I'm doing it on my phone.
Phone?
I'm
Word.
on my iPad here, so unfortunately.
It
Yeah, let
also
me know.
like both Florida goalies, they're sick. So
For sure.
it's like
Sure,
Holy.
cops coming to get you over there.
It's an ambulance coming down the block.
Actually, mine just predicted the Winnipeg Jets.
mine.
Yo,
It,
so what's
so
they're not
mine,
winning the cup.
I said who's going to win the Stanley Cup. It gave me the top 4 contenders that it has. It has the Jets at 1, the Capitals at 2, the Stars at 3, and the Hurricanes at 4. And then its prediction, it said the Winnipeg Jets to win the Stanley Cup. They have the best combination of defense, goaltending, and scoring.
Mine said Dallas.
Yo.
Jared, this has proven my point, though. ChatGPT just has no idea what it's doing.
Maybe mine's just the right one.
No, I hope not.
I don't know. Should I put on my fucking Panthers jersey?
No.
And then just
I actually have a like Panthers, not with me here, but my house in New York, like one of the pregame like jackets they would wear
That's fire.
from when Scotty Upshaw was on the team. Way
No
back.
shit.
Yeah, way back though.
I have my cousin played for the Junior Panthers.
So you don't have a Panthers jersey, you have
Yeah,
Junior Panthers.
It's the same one.
But that's not a Panthers jersey.
I wish they would go back to that kind of logo.
Yeah, that's
I-
that logo's sick.
I feel like that was just so much better.
These like the only two jerseys I have.
Oh, so look, you can go either way.
Oh, Callahan.
yeah,
That was my favorite player of all time. Aside from Bobby Orr, was Ryan Callahan.
Bobby Orr. I love that guy.
Great guy. Great guy.
Bobby Orr.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like this is gonna be the one I want to watch. And it's such a shame that they play the first round because this should be the Eastern Conference Final. There's another reason why it should be 1 through 8, not fucking Metro, Atlantic, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much that changes things anyway, but
I was just gonna try to figure that out.
Wait. What's 1 through 8?
Oh, so back maybe what 7 years ago, 8 years ago, it used to be conferences. So you have East and West. The top 8 teams made playoffs. So number 1 played number 8, 2 played 7, 3 played 6, and 4 and 5 played.
So funny enough, Jared, this would still be the first round matchup.
Yeah, but also Panthers like took the last 20 games off for the season.
Panthers are 5th in the Eastern Conference. The Lightning are 3rd.
They would not be playing each other.
No,
then.
sorry. Yeah, no, they'd be one off. The Lightning would have the Senators.
See, like Lightning have Senators, and then who does Panthers have? Who's 4 and 5? Probably be
The Hurricanes? Yeah, the Hurricanes.
so Hurricane like that. I would prefer that for the first round. For probably, and so would the Panthers probably too.
Yeah, the Panthers would.
And the Lightning would probably prefer that too.
Yeah.
But
that's not the way it goes.
No, that's a shame though. Yeah, I mean, Battle of Florida is a cool little thing to go though. At least we got that as far as entertainment wise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We didn't do this last time, but let's go rewind to Toronto and Ottawa. If Ottawa comes out, who's the X factor? We saying Brady? Yeah.
Simple.
It could be Olmark too. He could be the X factor too.
Yeah.
Well, there could be multiple, but I'm going with Brady Tkachuk because, like I said, he's going to bully Toronto into the ground.
Yeah.
I
Jess?
agree. Yeah.
No, that's valid. It's hard to not say him.
Mm-hmm. But Allmark's
and if
a good one.
What do you say?
Allmark's a good option too for that.
For sure. If Toronto wins the series, who's the X factor?
John Tavares. Because I think if he, being an older veteran guy who's still very good, I think if he's able to score, that'll kind of just snowball down to the other 3 of the big 4. And hopefully they would score enough goals. Like I said, I think they're going to have to shoot out, win it.
Yeah, true. Wait, what do you guys think of, real quick, Tavares like taking the C away from Matthews?
That's got to be awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean the other way around. Matthews took.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I mean, I think Tavares had something to do with it, where he was like apparently okay with it, because it's more of a long-term outlook.
Yeah.
You know, Matthews is what now, 20. He was drafted 10 years ago, 28, 29, or 27 maybe. I don't know, somewhere in that range, right? So like assuming he's there for his whole career, he's got another 11 years, 12 years there.
How about this? If they don't get past the first round, is Matthews saying bye-bye?
No, I don't think so yet.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, eventually I think he will if nothing happens, but I don't think this season.
I think this is off topic from playoffs. I think if another couple years of Toronto being unreal regular and horrible in playoffs and go nowhere, maybe when they look to expand, they go, hey, Matthews, go down to Coyotes and you're going to restart the franchise down there in Arizona.
The only issue with that is, like, I don't ever see an Austin Matthews type caliber of a player just being like, yeah, I want to go to a new team or
That's his
rebuild.
hometown.
Yeah, but like if he's getting 100 points every season, that's like saying like, hey McDavid, you want to go to like the Seattle Kraken? They're a new team.
Yeah, but those are such
They're not going to be
playmakers.
good, but like you can be really good there, and it's like those guys would rather win than go to a team in their hometown.
No,
Yeah.
that's valid. But I mean, Vegas won it after like 6 years, so like,
Vegas was such an outlier because people were giving away players to them, so they wouldn't take like their younger guys.
yeah. I mean, well, that for another expansion
Florida
team,
gave up Marchessault and who's the other one?
who did? What team are you talking about? Florida.
Yeah, they gave up Marchessault and someone else that was like impactful.
I can't remember. Well, that was why you only could keep 9 players, so like that was like,
Yeah, but like they traded them. They were like they traded one player and was like, you have to select like Marchessault now that we gave you this guy.
yeah, I remember.
That's the type of shit that Vegas was getting, and then teams learned from that and didn't do it with Seattle, which is why Seattle was terrible.
Well, they actually they made the second round last year.
Yeah, Vegas went to the Cup in year one.
True.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
Like it's because teams were just giving them players,
Yeah,
whereas
Good point.
Seattle actually had to select from the list. No one really traded with them.
no, that's valid. That's a good point. Okay, Jess. Wait, we're getting way off track. Toronto X Factor before we.
Toronto, I'm just gonna go with Mitch Marner, I guess. I mean, I feel like he might be leaving though after this season. I've heard some rumors. I don't know them, but
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Also, if he steps up in playoffs, that could be the difference maker.
yeah,
It very well could be.
I'm gonna go with Matty Nyes. I think if Matty Nyes has a hot first round, that might be get them out of the funk of the first round.
that's a good one.
And then Florida, Tampa. If Tampa gets out, who's our X factor?
I'm going Jake Gensel.
That's a good one.
I think. I mean, what do you get? I think he got like 40 goals, maybe on the number this year.
I think he had 42. I'm just spitballing.
I was close.
Yeah, like I'm just guessing.
Oh no.
But I think he had a little bit of a rough go with Carolina last year. Kind of similar to like how Rantanen did this year in Carolina. So I don't know if they're just a deterrent for really good players there. But like you see what he does with Pittsburgh or did with Pittsburgh in those cup runs that he was with them, and this is year one in Tampa, 40 something goals. Like I think if the guy scores,
He looked unreal in playoffs last year too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying if he gets hot, he's scoring goals, and that's someone you need to get hot.
100%. What about you, Jessica?
I'm gonna go with Hagel because he's had a good season.
Love that.
So just gonna go with that.
He
one.
broke the record this year.
Yeah.
Most goals without a power play goal, 35.
Yeah, that's
fucking nutty.
Yeah, that's sick.
All right, Jared. Who's your X factor on Tampa?
Honestly, like, I just think it's gonna be. I think it's McDonough. I think McDonough is just gonna be a fucking nail gun back there. Was like number 2 guy probably. I think he's not gonna be for points, but like they need to have some sandpaper if they want to get past Florida. I think he kind of delivers that kind of both ends.
Uh-huh.
I know he's a little bit older, but also I'm biased. I just love McDonough too. But he's what do they call him, the Mack truck? He's a fucking beast. So that's me, my guy, because I don't think there's a ton of sandpaper on Tampa. Although Kucherov will he gets a little fucking.
He'll get in there.
Yeah, and obviously you could also say like Point, Kucherov, Hedman, Vasilevsky, like.
That's those guys are going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think Gensel's a shoo-in to show up too.
Yeah, I would bet on it, but if that guy's scoring, that's tough to stop because then you throw on Point, Hagel, Kucherov, and you're just...
Yeah, and we saw that in Four Nations too. Like once Getzel started scoring, he just it was just nonstop. So
yeah, he
turns into a mutant.
What?
I said he turns into a mutant out there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to jump to? I think this might be the
We're gonna go to Florida
why?
with your
Did we
ex
not do that? Oh
Florida.
fuck me! Yeah, you're totally right.
Why?
Trying to jump the gun here.
Stay hot, Jared.
Yeah, he goes why? Like it's like like the segment he's trying to create.
Yeah, this was your idea, and now you're just trying to skip over him.
Yo, I did in my head. I already did the Florida segment, so I was ready to go to the next
Your
series.
You already did this. You
Oh, in
already.
my head,
Yeah, I know. In your head, you thought about an X Factor. So who is it?
I'm going with the rat. I'm going with Marchand.
Okay,
I think
I'm gonna do that one. Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
think
that's kind of a terrible answer for you, knowing that he was played for Boston. You could have saved that one.
Yeah.
Let Jess take it. You
I
know.
know. Come on. You knew I was
I
gonna
could have.
take it.
All right, I'll reschedule. Not even
Yeah, let's
reschedule.
get a different answer from you.
I mean, if there's another one,
Well, there's so many good ones on Florida.
I know. Yo, low key, give me Evan Rodriguez. He got hot in playoffs. I think he could be a motherfucker out there, and he might sneaky have 3 goals in the first round if they go to 7.
That's a good
So,
Um, I'm gonna similar to your sandpaper type player
Bennett.
from McDonough. I think Sam Bennett.
oof.
You know, I mean, it's like hard to choose just one because, like I was saying earlier, you know, if Kachuk's healthy enough, you have Marchand, Kachuk, Bennett. Who
That's a
else?
rat pack.
Yeah, I mean, those guys can just get it. Like Verhage, like these
I
guys
mean,
can. Yeah,
Ekblad could throw it around.
I'm not
Well,
just saying
steroids too. He'll be good to go.
Yeah,
these
he's so
guys.
good. He's ready.
It's like watching when they put like it was like Miller, Kachuk in the Four Nations, and it was just like, oh god, it's like you just see the three of them coming out. What are you supposed to do? They're gonna hit you, all three of them at the same time.
Like you avoid one Kachuk, you're like, oh fuck, there's another one coming.
That's just like the Florida Panthers' identity, though. Like their whole team is just.
Old school hockey, old time.
That's why they won last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Panthers so much. As like that would be like I mean, living down there during the playoff run against Vegas, it was unbelievable in Fort Lauderdale. Honestly, probably one of the best atmospheres. Like the weather is unreal, and the streets they're closing down the streets by the bars. They're running fucking beer carts down the street. The girls are coming doing like the blow ups in town, screening the game. It was a hockey town, and South Florida is now big hockey area.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, we have one more X Factor, but we know what's coming
Wait, what?
with Marchand.
Oh yeah, Marshawn. I gotta choose him.
do you think it's for the rat bastard being out there, just being a mutant, or do you think he nets like a hat trick in a game, or is he just gonna go like 4 goals?
I feel like he's just gonna keep on scoring. I mean, I don't know, but I gotta go with him.
I love it. No, that'd be unreal.
Mm-hmm.
How does Boston react if he wins a cup?
No. Well, I mean,
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I feel like out there.
yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with that. I mean, even just like seeing him on the ice, like people are going crazy, wearing a Panthers jersey. So
It doesn't look right.
no, it doesn't. And so I feel like if they win the cup, people are gonna go insane. But
Yeah, you see his smug look, and he'll be fucking. I can't wait for the TNT interview when like Florida gets past the first round and Toronto doesn't,
mm-hmm.
and Biz is interviewing Marchand. He's like, "Hey Biz, with your big fucking nose, how's Squanto and the fucking Leafs?" He's just chirping Biz.
Yeah, and that would be funny. I would like that.
Oh yeah.
But
What was I gonna say? All right, so I have Florida going on. Jess, who do you got?
I'm gonna go Panthers.
I'm gonna go with Tampa.
There's no wrong answers here. I think it's the one like it's a
Yeah,
coin flip.
like I was saying earlier, I think this one in the Dallas series.
Yeah,
Flip a coin and hope that it lands your way.
exactly.
Yeah. I think the next one might be the least hated one. I don't know if that's right. Like the most fun, like Canadians, Capitals. There's so many good storylines here. The youngest team, OV and the record. Like I feel like you don't really hate anyone here. Like, unless you're one of the two teams playing. Am I out of line here?
No, I mean,
No, but I'm gonna disagree with that because even though the Rangers stunk this year, if Montreal didn't get so hot after the Four Nations, we still had a chance. So
Yeah,
I'm a little bit bitter as a Ranger fan of Montreal, but they do deserve to be there.
100%.
yeah, they definitely deserve it. I mean, as a Bruins fan, I hate Montreal, so I'm gonna go with Washington. But I mean, they're so talented. The Habs, like their young talent is insane.
Yeah, they're the youngest team to ever make play. Not, I don't know about ever, or the youngest team since 1982 to make the playoffs. I believe something along those lines. I could be botching it by a year, but something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't think their playoff dream is going to last too long this year, but they'll get some experience
100%.
I agree.
for all those young kids.
I think Montreal as a city just needed them to get in the playoffs.
Mhm.
I don't think they care. Like, they're so young. Like, there's so many good years coming that this is just about getting in playoffs. Don't get swept. I think that's the thing.
I don't
Don't
think
get
they'll get
swept.
stuck. I think they'll
I
take
don't
one
think so either.
home. I think this will be a quick series though.
Gentlemen sweep or six?
I think it'll be 5.
I think Montreal.
I think Montreal grabs one at home in like game.
Mhm.
I think it'll be 3-0, and they'll grab game 4, and you know they'll hit the golf course after they go back to Washington.
Yeah. I think Montreal as a city is just so excited to be back as a for real team that it doesn't even matter how they do as long as they don't get swept for the
Yeah.
I
most
mean, and
part.
they have more excitement to look forward to. I mean, they just signed Jacob Fowler, who just won the Mike Richter Award from another BC stud.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't.
Um,
Just BC legend.
yeah, I don't know what their plan is for him. He might start in the AHL next year.
Hmm.
Who knows? Just to get him some game time.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, they have so much to look forward to down the road past this year too. They just got Demidov over here. He's played like 3 games, had a goal and an assist in the first 5 minutes of his first game. Like, I mean, they have a
Yeah.
lot to look forward to, other than the next week.
Yeah, and they have another good young goalie, Jacob Dobes, too. Who's
Mhm.
sick. So, yeah. I mean, even if like they're not probably gonna go far this year, but I mean, they definitely have a lot to look forward to.
No, I think it's unfortunate they have to play Washington. I would have liked them to match up against like the Devils or somebody like that,
Hmm.
just because I don't know how far this Washington team's gonna go,
Yeah.
but I think they're all just riding the high of Ovechkin breaking the record.
Yeah.
And I mean, they'll be a tough team to get past, but I do feel for the Canadians there where they might get a kind of trampled here.
Yeah, that might be biting off more than they can chew. But I mean, I think I'll go with my X factor now. I think if Montreal's gonna get past, it's because I'm gonna botch the name Montalbot. If he gets real hot in that could Montreal could win the series. I'd love to see Montreal win.
Yeah, I mean, if we're jumping into the X factors, I'm gonna go with the young kid Demidov. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that name, but I mean, he's an electric player. Like,
Yeah.
I think if they do have a chance outside of Montembeau, like I think if the kid does something special,
Yeah, it's not a bad take. It's a really good take.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lane Hudson.
uh
Dude, he is turned into fucking Superman. He's gonna win the Calder.
Yeah,
it'll be
he's good.
tough. I think Celebrini might still get it,
I don't think so.
I
but
think
I think
more
it's an
so.
outside chance.
Yeah. I mean,
I think Lane Hudson. Go ahead.
I just don't want Mitchkov to get it.
He
He's
won't.
not getting it. No.
Good.
No, I think the only reason I think they might give it to Celebrini is if they get too nerdy on their analytics. Because if you look at Hudson's analytic, like if you use like that percentage scale, he's like 99% offense, like his grade, but he's like 4% on his defensive grade. So it's like they're looking at it that way. Like, yeah, he had a great season, like everything to be proud of. Very exciting player. But then if you look at Celebrini, it's like also a 95 offensive percentage and like I think it was like 60 something percent defensive on a bad Sharks team.
And he was
He
injured
was.
for a bit too. Celebrini.
Wait, what about Michkov?
Huh?
You said Michkov first, or
No, Celebrini.
Celebrini was injured for a bit too, so
Yeah.
I mean I know that doesn't have to do with anything, but he probably would be even better if he wasn't injured.
Yeah. Like, it just depends on how they're looking at it. I mean, they can very well just throw that out the window and be like, Lane Hudson very much helped them get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's like similar to the last series we were talking about. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Yeah.
In the perfect world, they'd both win. They were both fantastic this year and exciting to watch.
That's like they have in the NFL, like offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah. But we're not the NFL. We have fun in our league. That's the no fun league.
Bye.
Yeah.
You want to go X Factor of Washington, Jared?
Yeah. I mean,
you're not allowed to say Ovechkin because that's like saying Crosby if the Penguins were there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's gonna be Tom Wilson. He just mucks it up like no one else. I have one other I'd talk about. I'll wait though. But yeah, Tom Wilson. I think he's just such a good, like, he's kind of like that Marshawn Bennett where he's getting goals and he's getting in fights and getting in scrums. He just does it all, and I think that's an underutilized piece in the NHL nowadays.
I'm gonna come back with that and say Dylan Strome.
I like that.
Okay.
He has been hot lately.
He's wicked good. He got a hat trick the other night, I think.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Ryan Leonard's gonna get any time?
Yeah.
He's very interesting. He'll get time. I think he's playing on their third line.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, I don't want to say he's been disappointing, but there was so much hype around him and Gabe Perreault coming in. Obviously, different situations. Like the Rangers gave Perreault nothing and then scratched him for 2 games. But I mean, Leonard's got 1 point in 9 games. It was an empty net goal.
Yeah.
Not the best start he could ask for, but
no.
It's almost like a clean slate going to the playoffs for him. It's every team is 0-0 and 0.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still excited to see. He's a great young player.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could make a difference if. Yeah.
I'll go with Dubois is not injured, is he?
No, he's good to go.
That's kind of a fun one. I like the PLC play. PLD, Jesus.
PLD.
Put it together, Jared.
You're all over the place tonight.
I know.
I like that. The only one I was going to say was there's a bad motherfucker on D. Chikrin. If he gets hot.
I was thinking John Carlson.
That's a good one.
He's hurt right now, I think.
Carlson?
Am I a fucking idiot?
Oh.
I thought he was out right now. I mean, I think he's coming back.
Of course, everyone's
out Thursday. I don't know.
That was a rest.
Oh, was he?
McMichael's also pretty good.
Yeah, they tweeted out John Carlson will sit out the final 3 games of the season.
Pigeon move out of me.
Jeez.
Just like on my hat. But yeah, I mean, what do we got? One more left?
We got one more.
We got Devils versus the Hurricanes. Probably.
I hope both teams lose.
Me too. I can't stand either.
I hope that series goes 7 games and they just murder each other. So that way, whoever advances just gets swept the next round.
I feel like this is the opposite of like you have Washington and Montreal, which like I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's cool, like Ovi story and Montreal's young, and then you have Devils and Hurricanes. It's just like fuck them both.
Yeah, I hate both these teams. As a Ranger fan.
Yeah.
And like it's like not even an exciting series to watch. Like Jack Hughes this season, he's not playing. So it's like the Devils lose their most exciting player. The Hurricanes' style of hockey is old school, boring hockey. Like I don't want to watch them win 2-1.
Which they are going to. They're going to game 2-1.
Games 2-1 and 2-0. No, not 2-0 because their goalies suck. But
there's an alternate between Pachetskov and Anderson.
Yeah, like that's just a series I might not watch a single game of.
I'm not gonna think unless it's the only thing on, but
yeah, like if it's the only thing on and I have nothing better to do, I'll turn it on. But like,
yeah, I'm with you.
At least the other series, I can be like, this like here's a player that's like real exciting to watch, or this is just gonna be a good hockey game, and it's like I have the Devils and the Canadian or Hurricanes. Like I want to watch that.
That's what I'm saying.
Are we just gonna move past the fact you've changed your hat like 3 times?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just,
Jared just does what he does, and it doesn't make sense. He doesn't even. He probably didn't even realize he did it.
No, I did it intentionally. I was gonna change sweatshirts mid-pod like 3 times too, just so when I pull the clips, everyone can see the different merchandise throughout.
Wow, that's a good
Look
idea.
at you go.
But I was like, can't be doing like tarps off in the middle of the pod like 3 times.
It's not like you couldn't just like walk like 2 feet to your left and be out of frame or anything, but
100% could have done that. But I was like, the
or
hat
like
be
you could have
easier.
put on like all 3 sweatshirts and just as the podcast went on, just take one off and you have a new one on.
Honestly, I'm wearing the t-shirt under, so like I could have really.
That's why I'm saying you could have just
Yeah.
wear them all, take them off, type of deal.
Yeah. But by the way, merch will be out next week. If you made it this far, you're a beauty. But Penalty Box Pro is your gonna head. We've got the Overtime Chicks merch. It's gonna be live. Sunday Chirps merch will be live. Just talking all hockey. That's all it is.
Your hoodie's sick.
The pink one?
Yeah, that's sick.
I like your one. I like the white OTC Chicks one better.
Which one did I design? Did you even do the one I told you to do? Probably not.
The one that's coming out Memorial Day drop?
Oh, is that the one? I
The
probably
red and blue stuff?
but yeah.
We got some sick Memorial Day stuff coming at some point.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't turn into July 4th. It just depends how quickly we can turn it around.
I mean, either way, it works.
Yeah, for sure. America.
But, all right, we do unfortunately have to make a decision on who we think's going to win that series.
I think it's clearly. I think Hurricanes win in dominating fashion.
Yeah.
I'm not dominating, but I think they win in like 5 or 6.
Seth Jarvis is sick. And who else do they have? Oh, they got Logan Stankoven.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And they have a pretty good roster, but it's like just a bunch of fucking. I don't even know. Like.
Rod Brendamore's style of coaching is just grind it out, and they have the players for it, but like it's almost like the Islanders with Trotz a couple years back, where it was like Barzal in his like rookie year had like 85 points, and then you put him in a defensive system, and it's like 55.
Yeah,
like that's like their whole team.
His son just made his NHL debut too.
He scored.
Second game.
That's the only good storyline in that whole series is Skylar Brindamore if he's playing.
Yeah.
He's not gonna play. They were resting like 8 guys.
Oh, that's true.
I kind of figured.
Yeah, that's why Columbus couldn't even get a spot because like
that was tough.
Like your whole roster.
Yeah, but I think this series is gonna be over pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? 5 or 6 or 4?
Dude, honestly, this could be a 4 and done.
See,
I kind of agree.
Because I'm just like not planning on watching this.
No, I'm not either, but I think Carolina can win this in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Carolina's.
The only reason it might not go past 4, my X factor for the Devils is going to be Markstrom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because if they want to have any chance, he's going to need to shut the door. Not that the Devils are a bad hockey team, but I just don't know how far they can be carried by Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt.
Yeah.
I mean, who else do they really have?
And if Dougie Hamilton decides to go like 0 dark 30,
he's been hurt all year though. This is like his first. This is like his first game since like November.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe if he's like he got to get fully healthy, and like
he's not in. Look at like Hedel last year. Like you missed like the entire regular season. They're like go
you
play.
Get no rhythm.
It's just like go out there and play in the playoffs. It's like it's 95% of the time it doesn't work.
Oh, I don't have my light on in my room. I'm a fucking idiot. What a fucking jerk off.
There we go.
I was like, yo, it's fucking getting dark in here. Like, the fuck are we doing? Yeah, I'm with you. I think Hurricanes are going to the Eastern Conference Final. I think this bottom half of the bracket is way weaker than the top half.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I have the Hurricanes sweep or gentleman sweep. Honestly, I think Brent Burns is be the one difference. I think he's just a freak, like of nature, of hockey, 2-way, fucking it up in front, and Might have a couple points. So that's my X factor.
Wait, what's
There's
the
20 players on that roster that'll dress for every game, and I don't think you could have picked a worse X factor.
I just think he's gonna be.
I would put Brent Burns as 20 out of 20. I might put Brent Burns lower than 20 for some of the scratches because he's had an awful year.
Has he? I haven't really watched any Hurricane games.
Horrendous.
Love Brent Burns.
I love him.
So Ghost would have been a better pick. Should have gone with like anyone else.
You could have said Brendan Moore's kid, and I probably would have agreed with that more than.
That's good. Watch.
No, I think Logan Stankman's going to be their X factor.
That's a good one.
Throughout the playoffs, however far they go.
I'm just giving outrageous takes. So
Yeah.
Give me the 5'8" Logan Stankoven.
Well, he's
let him cook.
I didn't realize how short he was.
Yeah, shout out to the short kings of the NHL. You know,
I mean, 5'8's not that short.
Barello on
That's
the Wild
pretty short.
X factor.
5'8"
Book it right now.
Small.
My dad was sending me like Nathan Gerby highlights the other day, and I was like, he's like, yo, like who's this little water bug? And he didn't say that word for word, but it was like Nathan Gerby next to like Tyler Myers, and it just looks like a giant and a dwarf.
He looked up. He was next to Chara one time.
I mean, Tyler Myers is like 6'6" or something too.
Chara's, what was he, 6'9"?
6'10", 6, yeah.
Without skates.
Yeah, stupid.
Nathan Gerby was like 5'4".
Jess, you ever see Nathan Gerby play?
No.
Oh boy.
I'll show you.
He was a decent hockey player, but he was so
a good hockey player.
He was so.
Here's the picture. If I could somehow share screen. There we go. Let's see.
Yeah, see, there it is.
Oh, okay, I've seen this picture. Yeah, that's so funny.
I think he was 5'3" listed as, which means he's probably like 5'1". Maybe he's listed as 5'4", but he's a little water bug out there. I got a couple of those in my 16U team this year, so I'm excited.
That should be fun.
Do we do? Oh, X Factors for Devils. And I know you said it's gonna be.
It's got to be Markstrom for me.
Yeah, I just want to say someone that's not Markstrom. I don't know, like Nico Hirscher, but that's not like an X Factor.
I mean, it can be. Anyone could be an X Factor.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would say that outside of Markstrom, I think Nico Hirscher will be the biggest X Factor and needs to be the biggest X Factor.
Yeah.
With Jack Hughes out, they need someone to step up and score, like, consistently.
I'm gonna go with Jesper Bratt.
It's probably a good one too.
I think we went with the 3 safest picks of a series we're not going to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be like sneaky, like, oh, like Thomas Tatar if he gets fucking hot. I don't know. I haven't watched any Devils.
That guy's still even in the NHL.
I'm looking at like the daily faceoff, but I'm not even seeing Nico Hirscher, and I'm not seeing Jesper Bratt in the lineup. So
it's like 3 years back.
Yeah, probably.
I think he is, but it's like I'm trying to remember the last time I heard about him.
Is what's his name still playing? Who did the Sharks trade to
Timo Meier.
Yeah, Timo Meier decides to go 0-30 or some shit. Otherwise, I don't know.
I just don't like that Devils team. I think without Jack Hughes, it's just like, what are you scared of?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jack Hughes likes us either, so.
That's too bad. I mean.
Exactly. It's too bad.
Too bad.
Go get your millions of dollars and deal with it.
Yeah.
He just comes back chirping at us.
Yeah, like, bro, Jared, you picked Thomas Tatar. Played in 74 games this year.
10 points?
17 points.
Some players just like to get hot in the playoffs. They're saving it for playoffs.
You might as well have said Curtis McDermott.
I almost said Curtis McDermott. What about Foote? Is Adam Foote on that team?
Nolan Foote.
Nolan Foote? Any relation?
I'm pretty sure the other Foote is the one that's about to be tried for sexual assault.
Jesus.
Okay.
Is Palat injured? Maybe Palat's the X Factor?
I don't know. I haven't heard it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all these guys, like, they have some name guys that I just 7 games, 28 points for Palat.
Maybe McDermott. He'll get like 10 pims and an assist.
What are we doing with these guys? Like, Dawson Mercer could be a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he could get hot.
but only like still like 36 points in 82 games.
I don't want to talk about the Devils. That's like why
How did you make the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't like the Devils, to be honest with you. But
I think because of Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and fucking Markstrom. And Dawson Mercer maybe a bit.
This might be the worst NHL roster on paper.
Yeah. Like, I don't think... Like, I think the Islanders would beat them in the series. And not to take a dig at the
Yeah,
Islanders.
take a step back.
okay, yeah,
The Islanders. Take back my comment. I think the Islanders on paper might be the worst team in the NHL.
Dude, are
Yeah.
they?
And if you watched any second of any of their games, they look like the worst team in the NHL.
wait, you really think they could beat the Devils?
I think that
No,
without...
Okay, that's a little.
No.
I mean, the Sabres are on like an 8-game... They ended the season like an 8-game heater.
The Sabres are different.
You think the Sabres beat Devils in a series?
No, but
Because that would require the Sabres to make the playoffs. And you were like 7 years old the last time that happened.
Seriously. I don't know. I really think that Devils team is fugazi. Watch them go to the fucking Eastern Conference Final, though, for no reason.
They're not going to beat Carolina. They don't have the firepower.
No.
What is Jack Hughes is done? Like, he won't even come back.
Shoulder surgery, yeah, he's out.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
There's like third shoulder surgery in the last 6 years.
You know what would have been actually a not bad answer? If Luke Hughes maybe went 0-30 and was the X Factor.
See, I think he's overrated. I don't like Luke Hughes.
For sure.
I don't
even think
That
he's
last name helps.
Like I work with some Devils fans, like some like season tickets, like go to a bunch of.
Delusional?
No, not delusional. They're like Luke Hughes sucks. They're like that guy can't stay on his feet. He can't play defense. I'm like, so like I don't even think Devil fans really think that. I mean, obviously he's a great player, but he's so raw that it's just like he needs so much work still.
Yeah, that time when he the Detroit Red Wing tripped him or something. Like, what was that? That was so funny. I could not stop laughing at that. Like
I just find it hilarious. The three Hughes brothers just like all have trouble staying on their feet.
Yeah.
It seems like they're always just falling. All three of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nuts. One of my friends actually hooked up with him, ironically, back in college. Pretty funny. Pretty funny.
That's funny.
But
I feel like a lot of people. Never mind.
what are you gonna say?
Nothing.
Jared's trying to go down the wormhole here.
Yeah.
That's what happened last one.
Yeah, look where that got us.
Yeah,
Yo,
Now I get spammed with texts.
you want to talk about analytics? I looked at our. First of all, we don't get a lot of views on our YouTube pod. Like, we get more on our Spotify. And the analytics on our last pod, like, it went off the charts. It was like hundreds of views for us, off the charts. And I was like, oh, like, I wonder what the audience is like. 100% female, 18 to 24. Like, what?
That's funny.
And I think we were like 98.8% like male prior to that. How did not one guy click on the video? That's what I understand. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet, That's why.
you think it'll go to like 99.2?
Maybe. Who knows?
Wait, do you guys watch your podcasts?
No.
Okay,
It's tough to watch yourself back.
I was like, how do you do that?
No, I was telling my buddy the other day, he was like, do you like watch your own like podcast stuff? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not in it, like maybe, like I'll listen to it. But like if I'm in it, I don't need to hear myself again.
Yeah.
Feel like, oh, who is this idiot talking right now?
Yeah, I've definitely like when I felt like there was like a good episode, I've been at the gym and I'll be listening to my podcast, like just hearing it back, see like what our idiot selves sound like, and I'll be like laughing at myself. I'm like, wow, thank God thank God I have AirPods in or earpods in because
So are you always the person that comments? Not everyone should have a podcast after watching yourself.
we get chirped like no one else.
Because that's looking at the comments and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the people you guys attract. I'm like, jeez.
It's like every single one. I'll just like be looking at the comments and it'll just be like, they make podcast equipment way too cheap now.
Somebody does that one all the time.
I'm just like ready to respond. Like, yeah, I just open up my iPad.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yo, it's literally, well, it'll be like, it'll post a clip, it'll be like 2 likes, 8 comments chirping us, and then like 25 cents or friends like, yo, look at these fucking jerk offs.
Yeah, and then you're just in the comments back like, haha.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
Guys like
laugh it off.
guys like
okay.
you shouldn't have a podcast, you idiot. And Jared's just like, haha.
Because they're making me laugh. It's the way they put it. They're all witty with it too. Like way too witty with the comments. Like they're not like, oh, you guys suck. It's like podcast equipment's too cheap. Make podcasts great again, or like some
Oh, me
bullshit.
too. It was like, did we all just
I have no idea what he just said.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
No.
No, you went completely frozen. I thought I was losing everyone.
Dang.
But it was you.
No, I love how creative everyone's with when they're chirping us. It really goes to the hot.
But I see the same things over and over again, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, no,
I almost laugh more at your responses though than
You're
the actual chirps.
just start having them on. We should have like haters pod. Like each week we bring on like one hater and like an extra pod. If you're interested, DM us.
do that. That would be cool.
That'd be hilarious.
That's like
This is
Riggs does that
like
with.
spectator sport for me. I'll be watching them go after you.
But yeah, I mean, without further ado, I mean, I really don't have much else. I think we could cap Eastern Conference, and Western Conference will be over on Overtime Chicks. All right, we will see you guys later.